Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. This is the second installment of my collection slash declutter series, if two parts can be called a series. I hope by now you have seen my makeup collection and declutter. It was a mini declutter, and I've decided to do eyeshadow palettes, eyeshadows separately. So that is what I'm here to show you today, my eyeshadow collection. I'm gonna, oh gosh, I just hit my tripod, move this into frame. These are all of my eyeshadow palettes. I have them in this decorative box. I use the lid of this decorative box as my everyday makeup, I don't know, container, I guess, and then this holds the rest of my palettes that I am not using at the moment. I have put them all in for this video. They all fit in here, which they didn't last time around, so that is good. I don't know if it's gonna be a very big declutter. Like, don't expect half of these palettes to be gone at the end of the video. But yeah, we might find some bits and pieces that I can let go of. Who knows? I'm gonna move this back out of frame, and I'm just gonna pick my palettes one by one, show you, maybe do some swatches, I don't know. I'm actually gonna get a wipe now. Just get this ready. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna start with, I think, like my singles. I think that's the best idea. I have this palette of singles. I have this palette of singles. Then there's this small one. And then I have this, but I'll categorize this with Beauty Bay. I think we're just gonna go off of brand. I think that's maybe the easiest. Oh, and then I also have this. So this holds all of my Juvia shadows. I did a depotting video. I had 3 Juvia palettes and I wasn't really using them, so I tried to depot them, which I was successful at, and they're now in this palette. I have one in here, so that is this one. This is also a Juvia one. I'm gonna keep all of these. I decluttered the ones that I didn't like when I was depotting these shadows, so these can all stay. And then in here, there's a mix of shadows. We have Glam Shop. This is a Glam Shop, and then these 3 are Mica Beauty Shop. I'm keeping all of these. Some are in project, some I'm just using. So this little palette was in my everyday makeup drawer. This palette, let's start with this one, holds the rest of my Mica Beauty Shop singles. So these are all Mica Beauty Shop, and then these ones are my overflow of my Glam Shop shadows. I am gonna get rid of this one. This came out of the, I am gonna zoom you guys in a little bit more. This came out of the Glam Shop remix palette that I also depotted. That's a very old video, and it is a satin and I don't like it, so I'm gonna get rid of this, so that saves me one space. Other than that, this is all staying. I love my Mica Beauty Shop singles, you know that, and I also really like Glam Shop. And then the rest of my Glam Shop shadows are all in this palette. So this is part of the collection. I have a space here now. So I will just move one of these. So this is all Glam Shop. I love Glam Shop. They have very nice shadows, so I'm keeping these. So let's stick with Mica Beauty Shop. I have 2 other palettes from Mica Beauty Shop. This is the Peacock Feathers palette. This is currently my absolute favorite palette. I love this so much. These shadows are stunning. I especially love this matte periwinkle, and this shimmer is beautiful. It's like a gold with, I'm gonna roll up my sleeve, a gold with like a blue reflect to it. I love that. That is stunning. Also, this gold right here is beautiful. I mean, look at that. There's just stunning shadows in this palette, and I wouldn't dare declutter this one. Like, no, she's staying. And the other Mica Beauty Shop palette that I have is the Serpent palette. This was a collaboration between Mica Beauty Shop and Marta's Makeup here on YouTube. And this is also a beauty. I love this matte shadow. I mean, these mattes aren't very buildable. So I'm making, I mean, look at that. That is like acid green. I love it. And then this shimmer, I would die for that. That is stunning. Really love it. I mean, I can swatch all of these shadows out of this palette because they're all beautiful. So yeah, this palette is also definitely not going anywhere. Maybe this wasn't the best to start with, was because now I'm covered in glitter, but oh well. I have here a little bit of a miscellaneous one. This is the packaging from the Lidl 1-Up palette. In here I have 3 of the original shadows from this palette, the 3 mattes. The rest is repressed. I have Milani, this one, that one, that one, and that one are Milani. And then these 3 are from my ABH Nervina palette. Because I just love this packaging, I was like, if I want to repress something, I should repress it in this palette. And also you can take these pans out. I didn't like the quality of the Lidl shadows at all. Like, I hated them. Let's just be real. But I've made this palette work for me, so there's that. Then I have one palette from Give Me Glow. This is the Summer Vibes palette. This is what that looks like. I do love my summery colors. I haven't really used this all that much, and I used it recently and realized that this shadow and this shadow are very similar, even though they don't really look that similar in the pan. I thought this was more of a silvery, well, silvery gold, silvery brown, and this was more warm toned, but they're both very warm toned. I mean, that one is darker, but I don't know. I don't really need these 2 shadows in a palette, I feel like. But here we are. I'm just not really sure what to do with this palette. I feel like it's too early to let it go. I should really form an opinion on it. But I also feel like I just don't use it enough to justify keeping it. But maybe it's something for next year. It's just when buying that palette, I thought I would love it so much more than I actually do. I don't know. Maybe that's why I haven't let go of it yet, because I really want to love it. But I don't really, like, I'm not blown away by it. But anyway, when I got that palette, I also got this one, the Scooby-Doo Glamlite palette. This is so cute. I cannot get over this whole palette. I just love all the colors. I love what it looks like. It's just a winner for me. It is very big, so I do feel like that kind of stops me from using it as much as I want to. But who knows, maybe I should I do like a panda palette in order with this, maybe? I could do that. I mean, I could do that project. I don't know if I would be successful at it, but I don't know. But this one is not going anywhere. And then I also have the 2 Halloween collection Glamlite Scooby-Doo palettes. This is the Creeps and Crawls palette. A lot of purples and some blues. These shadows are very, very dark, but I do enjoy them every now and again. It's not something I reach for daily, but I do like to have it in my collection. And then I also have this one, and this has more springy colors. I really like this shadow and this matte. Yeah, I like it. I'm gonna keep it. Then let's talk about Beauty Bay. I have the Beauty Bay Earthy palette right here. I love this one. I'm not gonna get rid of this. This shadow in particular, Lime, is one of my favorites. I really love this one. And then also this matte, Eucalyptus, is really a nice shade. So I am gonna keep this one. Oh my gosh, glitter all over. Then I have my repressed depotted shadows from Beauty Bay. So these 4 are from the Midnight palette, the 9-pan. Then I have these 2 from the 9-pan Berries. And then these 3 are from the Beauty Bay Naked Tutorials palette. These are all the shadows that I really enjoyed. This was all I wanted to keep. I repressed them in circle pans because my magnets that I used to stick on the back of the original pans did not work at all. So they're in here now. Gonna keep those. I have the Beauty Bay Brights palette. It is a rainbow palette. Again, when buying this, I thought I was gonna get so much more use out of this than I actually am. It was in 2 rounds of pan those eyeshadows with like 3 shadows at the time, so I do have quite a few pans in here, but I'm not really gravitating towards this. I'm gonna keep it in my collection for a little bit longer and then decide if there's maybe shadows that I want to depot or if I just want to get rid of this whole palette. Then I also have the Beauty Bay Tropical palette. This one I really like. I love my yellows, oranges, and mixing those with pinks is just fantastic. Color story of my dreams. So I am keeping this one. And then I have the Beauty Bay Love Notes palette. Now this one, I'm not really sure what to do with. This is not a color story that draws me in, but I have been getting quite a bit of use on this palette. It has been in Expand Those Pans every time, and I've actually enjoyed it quite a bit using this palette. So for now, I'm gonna keep this, but it might be a future declutter because I'm just not too drawn to this color story. And then I also have the small Disney palettes from Beauty Bay. I love these. Well, I love the packaging of these. These are so cute, but I don't really use the shadows a whole lot because it's all mattes and I just find it very difficult color stories to build a look with. But I just cannot declutter these because they're so cute. So for now, they're staying in my collection. I really should use these so much more, but yeah, I'm gonna try this year. Let's see. I have 2 Juvia's Place palettes. This is the Zulu. I was so excited to get this. And have I used it a whole lot? No. But every time that I use it, I really love it. So I think I'm gonna keep it for now. And then I also have the Magic Mini. I wasn't expecting to love this as much as I am. As you can see, I've gotten quite a good use out of this. You can do a variety of looks with these colors, and I especially love this gunmetal gray. As you can see, has a giant pan. So I am gonna keep this one. Then let's move on to some more miscellaneous brands. So I have two quads from Flormar. I got these when I was on holiday and I was just very excited to try the brand, but I've come to the conclusion that this quality isn't what I'm looking for. It is fine, but I have better things in my collection that I love to use more than these two, so it is time to let these ones go. I do love this whole color story that's going on here, but I have these shades in my collection in better formulas, so we are gonna let these two go. Then I have this mini Viseart quad, and this is what mine looks like. As you can see, I love this one very much. I have pan in all the shadows, and it's just an easy palette to use. This can make a look. I don't have to think about this. I brought this with me on holiday, I believe. It's just a no-brainer, so I love this. Keeping that. And then I also have this kimchi 9-pan palette. This is the orange one. As you can see, I love my oranges. I really should be using this a lot more than I have because I love oranges. So I don't really know why this is forgotten in my collection, but I'm gonna make it a priority to use it a little bit more next year, or this year, whenever you're seeing this, in 2025. And then all that is left is my Colourpop palettes. Now I'm not gonna declutter any of these because if you have seen my videos, you know that I did a very big declutter and rearranging of my Colourpop shadows, but I will show you what I have left. So in this palette I have some neutrals. This is my Panda palette for 2025. In here I have more orangey neutrals. Then this palette holds my yellows and my greens. Then this is sort of like an overflow of, I didn't know where to put these, so these are in here, but mostly neutrals. Then a small palette of pinks and purples and a blue. Perfect for this packaging. And then in here are the pressed glitters. And then this palette is the Colourpop Twilight palette, the newest addition to my collection, and this is what that looks like. I love this so much, so this is definitely not going anywhere. And then that is all. I mean, I know it's a big collection, but now that I've gone through all of it, I feel like it's manageable. I know it's always more than I think what the average person would have in their collection, but I'm happy with this collection. I don't really feel the need to add a whole lot at this point. I may in the future, but this upcoming year I really want to focus on getting more use out of my palettes. I did a no palette behind this year, which was a great success, and now I want to step it up a notch and do like an eyeshadow usage project, so that I not only use every shadow once and then call it done, but I keep using my shadows and I get more of a feel of shadows that I like or don't like, or I work with them a little bit longer, and I just get a better feel and a better opinion on them to possibly keep or declutter them for my collection. So that will be it. I'm gonna pop all of these palettes back where they belong. I really hope you enjoyed this video. If there's like any palette you saw that you're curious about, please let me know in the comments. I would love to do some more swatches, or maybe like 3 looks 1 palette. I don't know if I could do that, but who knows. I would really like to hear from you, and yeah, if you like this video, please don't forget to give a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will hopefully see you in one of my next videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.